What's going on, everybody? Today I wanted to talk to you about Keyboard Maestro triggers and all the different triggers that you can run your macros with. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a macro with a simple action. Let's say to start an application. Alright, so we're going to go here and click Start Application. And let's say this application is Pages. So we're going to call it Start Pages. Then we're going to click the Activate Specific Application. And then we're going to choose application. Let's see if it's in the recent. Nope, but let's go down here. Go to Other and type Pages. And here it is. Alright. So now, let's take a look at all the different triggers that Keyboard Maestro has. Alright. Not this one, the one above it, sorry. So, let's say we want to launch Keyboard Maestro with a trigger and call it the caps lock, which as you all know is a hyper key for me, and call it P. So caps lock P, and now let's do that, try it out. First let's get out of the edit mode and say now what do you know? The Pages application launches. Alright. Let's exit out of it again. Let's try the next one. Go to edit again. And try a different trigger. Got a new trigger. So, we're gonna say, let's try the global macro palette trigger. So, what that means is that if you select the global macro palette is clicked, then that will start the application. The global palette is over here. And oops, let's click get out of the edit mode of Keyboard Maestro again, and now let's check it out. Okay, so the Start Pages application. Oh, I don't see it here. That's probably because it's over here. And here it is, Start Pages. Alright. And again, it'll do the same thing. Start the application. But we're not going to open it fully. So we're going to quit it again. Whoops. And now we're going to edit and try the next one. New trigger. And let's try the status menu trigger. Click OK, or get out of the edit mode. Now, let's try the status menu trigger. And what do you see here? Start pages does the same thing. Okay, let's try the next one. Let's do the typed string. Let's do the okay. Here we go. And let's just say that I put the hashtag or pound sign right here because you don't want it to execute each time you type PAG. So that's why we added a special character. So now let's try opening a word processor and see if it'll execute this way. So PAG. Oh, did it type? Oh, yeah, it did. And see how it was so quick that you didn't even have time to see it. But it launched pages, and now you can hit new document. And there you go. But we're going to cancel this again. We're going to close pages. And then we're going to try a new trigger. We're going to close drafts as well. And we're going to edit. And then let's try another trigger. So application trigger will trigger one application if one is activated or activates. So let's say you activate pages with, let's try terminal. Let's go back. Now, let's try it. So we're going to start terminal and we'll do a keyboard or do it through the search function or the finder, also known as Spotlight. So I'm going to activate terminal, and all of a sudden Pages launches as well. Okay, let's try the next one. Triggering by application, you have you have audio output change the trigger, clipboard change the trigger, clipboard filter trigger. Chrome trigger is a time trigger. And then there's display layout triggers, engine launch trigger. The engine launch means the Keyboard Maestro engine. All these other ones are difficult to show on video, so I'll have to talk you through them. If a window focus trigger, that's if you focus on a specific window. If you log in trigger, there's a periodic trigger, public web trigger. So that's if you connect to a Wi-Fi that's public and not your own Wi-Fi. Day of time trigger, sleep trigger, obviously that wouldn't work in this case. Several of these triggers wouldn't work to launch. Well, I take that back. They would work, except they wouldn't be very practical. If you had your computer sleep, why would you need it to launch pages as well? Let's take a look at the time of day trigger. The time of day trigger gives you a certain time, and you can pick the days that it does launch on, and it will automatically launch at that day and time. I'm not going to try to set that up because this video has already gone on for long enough, but you get the idea. Okay. Let's try this USB device key trigger. Is if you were to plug in a specific device, like let's say a flash drive or even your iPhone, that can launch your application as well. And here is the wireless network trigger. So if you're going to a public network trigger, that will launch your application. So as you can see, Keyboard Maestro is a very powerful application that has many different types of triggers that you can use to trigger a macro, whether it be launching an application or doing some sort of process. It has lots of keys that can be used to trigger a macro. Alright guys, let me know if you like this video by commenting, liking, and subscribing for more Keyboard Maestro videos. Thank you.